On the program today, government being run like a business, how that's working so far. Also, tax reform, just because, and our series, I've Always Wondered. From American Public Media, this is Marketplace. In Los Angeles, I'm Kai Ryssdal. It is Tuesday, the 11th day of April. Glad, as always, that you could be with us, everybody. There are two things, generally speaking, that if a company says or does them are going to make everybody, and I do mean everybody, pay attention. The company in question is the Japanese behemoth Toshiba. Thing one that it said today was that its finances are so precarious that it might not be able to continue as what is known as a going concern. That is very, very, very bad in business speak. Also bad, and thing two, is that the company released an unaudited earnings report, that is, without the accounting seal of approval. Marketplace's Jed Kim gets us going with the corporate story of the day.
The Toshiba name is on laptops, TVs, medical equipment. It's a conglomerate. Japan's known for them. Think Mitsubishi, Sony. But that model can be vulnerable, says Linda Lim. She teaches business strategy at the University of Michigan.
One of the risks of a conglomerate is that failure in one line can jeopardize all the rest.
That's what happened. Toshiba's nuclear power business, Westinghouse, filed for bankruptcy. Toshiba lost billions. And that's on top of a false profit scandal in 2015. Economist Yasushi Hamao at the University of Southern California says a decade ago, the move into nuclear seemed smart.
Westinghouse facilities and Toshiba technologies, combining the two, they could produce a very efficient nuclear generator
to sell to developing countries like China and Vietnam. So what went wrong?
One, they paid too much. Number two, 2011 Fukushima disaster.
Hamao says the company weathered past troubles by selling off its best parts. Now its prized computer chip business may have to go. Hamao suspects Toshiba will go under. Add it to the list of once strong Japanese powers like Sharp, now bought out. Linda Lim at Michigan says conglomerates may not be part of Japan's future.
However, that said, it seems to be coming back in favor again, conglomerates in emerging markets.
Like China and Vietnam. I'm Jed Kim for Marketplace.
Okay, so, United. Apologies have been made and remade, but still, that video is pretty hard to unsee. Marketplace's Sabri Benishore reports that yes, indeed, there was a better way to handle it, and other airlines do it all the time.
Airlines constantly have to move their crews around in order to get them to the planes and the flights they're assigned to. That's normal. It is also normal that flights that would take them there might occasionally be full. Not normal? Figuring that out after all the passengers are already on the plane and then removing them to make way for the crew.
It's known industry-wide that, of course, the fare-paying passenger takes priority.
Alex Macheras is an aviation analyst based in London.
I speak often with Lufthansa, the German airline, and their crew are constantly positioning around Europe because the flights are so full and they wouldn't dare to bump a passenger.
There is also a normal way of getting volunteers to get bumped. Pay them. Jim Corridor is airline equity analyst with CFRA.
If they do not reaccommodate you and get you to your destination within 2 hours, they have to give you 400% of your one-way fare.
United did not go above $1,000, which it could have if it had wanted to. When nobody volunteers to get bumped, there's a normal way of figuring out who should get bumped involuntarily.
Every airline must have a boarding priority listing.
Charlie Lioka runs Travelers United. This listing could be a ranking of when people checked in for the flight. It could be based on who's a frequent flyer or who paid the cheapest fare. According to passengers, United just picked people randomly.
This entire situation happened because of the incompetence of United's own management.
So, in conclusion, yes, there were better ways of handling the situation. Lots and lots and lots of better ways. In New York, I'm Sabri Benishore for Marketplace.
That percent or so that United stock gained yesterday, lost it today. We'll have the details when we do the numbers. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is in Russia today, his first trip there as secretary. In an earlier life, though, when Mr. Tillerson was the CEO of ExxonMobil, he was all but a Moscow regular. His transition from CEO to secretary...